name's Mike Hoppe, 29 years old. I've been riding for Freeboard since 2000, so I guess like 11 years now. My position at Freeboard is basically just a rider. I ride for the team, pro team, so I'm sponsored, and been doing that for several years now. Best part about it is going on trips. Got a lot of good opportunities to meet a bunch of international riders. We got all the team in from France this week and Australia, so it's pretty fun having the out-of-towner visitors come through. My favorite spot to ride, period, is Lombard Street. It's just the funnest hill, so it's the windy brick part of Lombard. It's just always turning, and there's always tourists out there that are tripping out on what you're doing. And the main idea behind the design of the Freeboard is to replicate snowboarding. So in order to carve and slide in an integrated motion like a snowboard does, you have to have the ability to move laterally onto the street. We have these center wheels that allow you to slide, so these will basically turn in whichever direction you're going. And then these outside wheels act like your edges. So you actually rock back and forth over the center wheel onto each edge. And just the same as the downhill edge of your snowboard, like the toe edge of your snowboard will be off the ground as you're sliding down on your heels. Similarly, the heel edge of your snowboard is off the ground when you're sliding down on your toes. Having this center wheel on the ground keeps your downhill edge off the ground by anywhere from about a ½ inch to a couple inches. The way that the slide is kind of smoothly integrated into the carving motion of the board is basically the purpose of the six-wheel design. A lot of time the cops will show up in response to like a motorist or resident's call, like we're being dangerous, we're worried about these guys riding, which is no big deal really. The thing that you usually just tell the cops is we're just about to leave, which usually we are. We're always hitting different hills and moving on, and pretty much no matter where you are, you can find another pretty decent hill within driving distance, so it's not a big deal to move. People have gotten tickets though, and we just got messed with by the cops already once today, so it does happen, and it's a bummer, but just move on and ride another hill. It's not that big a deal. So it took me quite a while to get the hang of the Freeboard. It is a little bit tricky. There's a steep learning curve, so the main advice that I would give to a new rider is to find other freeboarders in your area, see it being ridden, have them give you pointers on what to do and what to look out for, how to set up your board. I've been fortunate enough to avoid the super gnarly injuries, but I've seen a lot of gnarly stuff.
Freeboard basically began in 1996 as the creator's master's thesis at Stanford for engineering, and after graduating and all that, he decided to turn it into a company, and I believe they started in 1999 officially out of his garage on Potrero Hill. San Francisco is where Steen, the inventor, was living at the time. It's also world-renowned for its hills, which is what this board was made for, riding down steep hills. So it was only right to be in San Francisco. Some of the favorite hills of the riders are Lombard Street for its tourist attraction, and it's got really good curves. Filbert Street is the 7th steepest street in the world and the steepest street in San Francisco, so that one's always a favorite. Texas and Wisconsin Street on Potrero Hill are kind of some of the classics where the beginning riders kind of learn to ride. Cars aren't necessarily a problem. I've personally never been hit by a car. I've been almost hit by a car, and I've seen people get hit by cars, but none of them have gotten seriously injured. Freeboarding to me is kind of my outlet for snowboarding. Ever since I pretty much got into freeboarding, I haven't gone snowboarding nearly as much as I used to, just due to the higher prices. I don't get student discounts anymore and all of that. So I'm not really looking to spend $2,000 a season snowboarding when I have a freeboard that I can just grab and go outside my house and ride for free.
We don't follow a traditional shop strategy. Our wholesale strategy has been more about letting shops come to us, because we have kind of a different sort of product that nobody's ever heard about. It makes a lot more sense for us to let our riders out in the community go to their local shops and ask for the boards and create a demand, basically convincing the shops ahead of time that people would buy this board. If we get riders that tell us they want their local shops carrying Freeboard, we usually tell them to just go into their local shop and just go in there every week, you know, and say, I want a Freeboard, I want you guys to start carrying Freeboard, you really need to start, this thing's awesome. Show them the board, show them how it rides, you know, really just show the shop that there is a demand there in the community, and then usually the shop will approach us.
It is so underexposed right now that a lot of people don't know about it, and there's the hope that once everybody does know about it, it's going to blow up, but it's been, you know, about to blow up for the last 11 years that I've been involved within it, so I can't really say that I'm sure it's ever going to go mainstream. I'm not really upset about that necessarily. I kind of like the way it's kind of a small-knit community, and it's not for everybody, you know, it's a very dangerous thing, and it's difficult to learn as well, so it doesn't surprise me that it may not be the next big thing necessarily, but for the people that are into it, for the people that are inspired by it and passionate about it, it's the sickest thing ever. I mean, it's so fun to just go out and ride.